Fatal 100 Quest Chapter 101. This is gonna be the epic three-way battle between Natsu, Suzuku, and Ignea. The Dragon Slayer, Dragon Eater, and Dragon God. The epic battle is about to unfold right in front of our eyes. And in Chapter 101, well, I don't think they'll be able to fit everything into one chapter, but it's gonna be one hell of a ride. So sit back, relax, and let's get right into our prediction. So for Chapter 101, it's going to be quite an interesting one because 100 ended off with such a cliffhanger that it gives you goosebumps when you think about what is going to happen next. So in Fatal 100 Quest Chapter 100, what happened? Well, it was just the basics, you know. Natsu versus Suzuku, round 2. Natsu was actually having an upper hand versus Suzuku because he saw all of his moves before on Ellen tier, so that gave him the little bit of opportunity to take advantage of Suzuku and his moves and also turn the tide in the battle so that he can actually defeat one of the Dragon Knights. So it was an epic battle, and it was definitely close because Natsu was getting really pushed back by Suzuku. That Suzuku unleashed a very powerful move that he used on Celine. That one-shot her, but it didn't damage Natsu as much. It did damage Natsu because you could tell, but it didn't damage him as much as it did with Celine back in Ellen tier. So right now, that was what it was going to be. It was going to be Natsu versus Suzuku, epic fight, and that's it. But the ending, and I mean the ending of this chapter, this is where it really comes into play. So Fairy Tail 100 Quest Chapter 100 ended off with Natsu and Suzuku in the middle of their fight, but for some reason, the walls all around the labyrinth started to melt. A little interesting, right? You would think maybe it's Natsu's Dragon King power, but no. He is really pushed past his limits, so I doubt it's his flames. But who was it? Well, it was none other than his stepbrother, Ignea, the fire god dragon. And this was such a surprise to everyone, to Natsu, to Suzuku. But the main person that was surprised, and also a little bit scared, was Celine. Because at the end she was thinking, wait, does he know the truth about the labyrinth? Now that's gotta make you think about a couple of things. Firstly, is Celine more powerful than Ignea? Because the look on her face so realizes that maybe she is slightly scared because he is a god dragon nonetheless. He is very powerful and he has earned that title of a god dragon. So maybe he might be more powerful than Celine. That's one of her worries. But the main thing I want to bring this prediction to is what is really inside the labyrinth. So the labyrinth, of course, we all know is a 6th god dragon's corpse. It created this giant labyrinth where it's literally a maze inside, and whoever finds the corpse can maybe find the Lord Dragon's heart. That's what we initially thought Celine was looking for because she wanted to find the ancient weapons of old and maybe just gather them all up to destroy the world. That's what we thought initially. But what if I told you that it's not that, but it's actually something which is going to be way more exciting? So let's say, for example, Ignea. He's right now with Natsu and Suzuku. He doesn't care about their fight because he's too powerful for them, and he's just checking up on Natsu's progress. But what he does is, as he is melting all the walls of the labyrinth, he is moving in one direction and he is trying to find something at the center of the labyrinth. So you're probably thinking, maybe he wants to go for the Lord Dragon's heart. Maybe, but Celine didn't say that. She didn't say that, oh, he's also going for the Lord Dragon's heart. She said that, wait, does he know the truth about the labyrinth? So that is a little bit of a different thing to saying lore, heart and truth. So that is the main difference, and I believe in the center of the labyrinth it is the corpse of the 6th god dragon, but I think it's something much more powerful and rare than a Lord Dragon heart. Let's say, for example, it can be a couple of things. It could be maybe another power supply, it could be a hidden weapon capable of killing a god dragon, or, this is my little take, it's either going to be one or two things. Firstly, it could be a portal that controls time, and by able to being past that portal using the dead god dragon's corpse, they're able to travel through time and go into the past, go into the future, and they're able to manipulate time as many times as they want. So they literally are like the Lord of Time. That's my first suggestion, because again that would also insinuate that Celine probably does want to go back to the past, or she maybe wants to manipulate time or anything like that so that she become more powerful. But then that's already happened, hasn't it? It's already happened when Agnologia absorbed the time hole back in Fatal Final Series, and he literally created his own little pocket of universe where he trapped all of the Dragon Slayers. So it would be something more better than that, but I don't think that's going to be the main thing. My guess is maybe Hiromashima, again, he throws loads of curveballs at us. There was no hint that Ignea was ever going to join this battle, and since Ignea joined it, that's literally, let's just say, all the pieces on chessboard, the chessboard's gone. And when a God Dragon enters a battle, anything can happen, but when there's two at the exact same place, well, that doesn't stir up good news now, does it? It's gonna probably be something that's gonna shake the world. And Ignea, well, he just wants to know what's at the center of the labyrinth, and he knows the truth probably of what is the labyrinth and why it was able to create these giant walls. So I'm guessing God Dragons. What do we know about them? We know that they're very powerful beings. They can transform into dragons whenever they want, and they literally are each having their own elemental power. Fire, wood, moon. But we don't know this. We know that they've lived for so long, ever since the beginning of when Acnologia started his rampage. They fled the country and they went to other countries to try and build up their own powers to defeat Acnologia. But the one thing that we don't know is are they immortal? Because how did the sixth God Dragon die? He died thanks to, of course, Elsphyria killing him off with all of probably his guild members and everything. But maybe a God Dragon can't be killed. Maybe a God Dragon can't be fully dead, and they may become reincarnated, and at the center of this labyrinth, it might be a dragon egg of the sixth God Dragon, and he is ready to become reincarnated into a new world. But now this time, since he died already and he's going to come back, he's going to be much more powerful than he initially was. Now that would be such a curveball to us, because that would firstly show to us that firstly God Dragons can't die. So when Elsphyria mentions sealing all the God Dragons, he doesn't mean by killing them or anything like that. He means literally sealing them away, sealing their powers away, and literally having them become less of a threat to the earth. So that would be a little bit of an interesting point. But what would be even more interesting is that, well, why does Ignea want the sixth God Dragon? Does he want his power? Does he just want to have another friend? Well, knowing Ignea and knowing what sort of personality he has, his main objective is to get Natsu to power up so much that they can have a battle to the death. As he mentioned on the first time Natsu and Ignea met, he just wants a full-on death brawl between him and Natsu. So Ignea, what really has attracted his attention to this labyrinth, and why is it that he is there? What is a good use of the sixth God Dragon, who wasn't even on par with the actual remaining God Dragons? I believe that the sixth God Dragon is going to be reincarnated, and I believe that his power on his own will surpass all of the God Dragons because he's been reincarnated. And maybe Ignea is slightly scared of that, so before the sixth God Dragon can fully utilize its power, he's either going to steal the egg or he's going to try and destroy it before it can be hatched. Now that, again, would be a very sick plot, and knowing the sort of curveballs Hiromashima throws at us, it is most likely, highly likely that this could happen. But then again, I could be completely wrong. It could be something completely different in the center of the actual labyrinth. But you guys, let me know down below, what do you think is in the center of the sixth corpse labyrinth? Do you think it can be a dragon egg? Do you think it's a portal? Or do you think it's just power? Let me know by dropping a comment below. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, make sure to drop a like and leave a comment. Thank you guys for watching. Take care and peace.